Welcome to the chat on Newsday Amarillo and News Channel 10-2. I'm David Lovejoy.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Rhonda Lawnert.
And I'm Chuckalicious, Chuck Williams.
I just get this song in my head whenever it's this time of year. It's Hockey Night in Canada. Anybody know that song? I know that song. But now we can say it's Hockey Night in Amarillo because the
Mhm,
Wranglers are back
mhm.
for another exciting season. Their announcer, welcome. How you doing today this morning?
I'm great. Thank you for having me. And like you said, hockey is back, and we couldn't be more excited.
A great team on the tap this year. What are the guys looking like?
Oh, for sure. I mean, they had a fantastic training camp. Went up to Blaine, Minnesota a few weeks ago for the NHL showcase. Went 3-1. They're all rested up and ready to go for the home opener. That's tomorrow night at the Civic Center.
You know,
Well, go
Hey,
go ahead, Chuck. Sorry.
I go back with hockey a lot of days, and it seems to me as though while this is, how shall we say, a fairly new sport to Amarillo, it's one of the most enduring sports in Amarillo, is it not?
Oh, for sure. I mean, hockey's a total grind. I mean, they play 60 games in the regular season over the course of, a few months where,
Right.
we start in September, end in about the end of April, and then you get even more if you make it to the playoffs. So, yeah, for sure. It's tough on the body, which is why these guys are probably very happy that they had a few weeks of rest after going up to Minnesota. But yeah, it's a very tough sport to play, and it's very tough to remain conditioned for it.
We were talking earlier. I mean, so I've got my Saudis jersey on. It's time to put my Wranglers jersey on. Talk to us about why this is one. We offer so much in Amarillo. Why is this one of the best tickets in town?
Well, first off, congratulations to the Saudis. They're a part of the sports scene in Amarillo just as much as we are. Um, Hockey's a very interesting sport where I feel like every time I tell somebody, "Hey, you need to go to a hockey game," and they end up going, they always want to come back. And
Right.
that's one of the great things about hockey is, you don't necessarily have to know all the rules to get into it. There's just so much action, so much going on that you can go to a game and just have so much fun without even knowing what's happening. For new time fans, I encourage you, buy a ticket, just try it out once, just one time, and I guarantee you're going to want to come back because there's just so much high flying action. I mean, in what sport can you see, such fast paced game, miraculous saves, goals, and fights all
How
in one?
about
It's
that?
like it's a special package of things. So I encourage you to go try it out. It's one of the best shows in town.
We had some changes over the summer. You brought in a new GM. You elevated your head coach to the role of GM, and you brought in Ryan Anderson as the new coach. What are we going to see differently moving forward with the Sawfield? I'm sure there's just a little different in style, but you still have the continuity of last year there.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes this season so special for the Wranglers is because you've got Harry Mahut, who's now the president of hockey operations
Hmm.
and GM. He was the head coach. We transitioned, and so you can kind of see his fingerprints are still on the team. It's still got that same core, that same style. We got about 14 returners on the team from last year to this year, so that core is still intact. And now you've got Ryan Anderson as the head coach coming in. You've got Connor Yanni as his assistant. And so what you're going to see is you're going to see a lot of that same style of Wranglers play, but you're going to see it fine tuned to Anderson's liking. And I think you'll find that his style of play it's very well balanced and it's played with a lot of speed. So you're going to see a tight defensive game, but you're also going to see goals. And so it's very interesting to watch, but I think it makes for a heck of a team and a great experience to watch as well.
Who should we be looking out for? What players are going to be some future NHL stars, or some guys that we're going to see some good hockey out of?
Well, I mean, the entire lineup is super special. I think this team has a really good chance to go far this season. But I mean, you look up down the middle, if you got the Ivy brothers who are back, Jack
Hmm.
and Ben. They both had a fantastic showcase. Jack Ivy had, I believe, 3 goals up in Minnesota. He was fantastic. You've got a new rookie in Alex Papaspropoulos, who had 2 goals in the first game in the win against Janesville. He's looking very solid this year. You look on defense, you've got Colin Doherty, Kyle DeMarco, 2 veterans that have been on this team before. They know how to play. They play with such poise. They're very fun to watch. And then in net, you've got Connor McDonough, who,
Right.
of course, everybody in town knows about Connor McDonough after what he did last year. So, I mean, the 4 shutouts and the win streak to make it to the playoffs was just phenomenal. He's back and he's looking great. So, I mean, all throughout the lineup, there's a ton of clutch performers, and it's going to be very fun to watch this year.
We had up at after the top of the hour. We're going to take another look at Wranglers Hockey Group this time. There's a guy that hangs out here. We know him well, Tommy T. He billets family. He billets these young kids, and we'll talk about some of that later on. But it's just a great opportunity and a great chance to see some great hockey. What are we looking forward to as far as promotions for this weekend series?
So for this weekend, for our home opener, which is tomorrow night at 7:15, is Puck Drop. Doors will open at 6. I believe the first 250 fans will receive a free T-shirt, courtesy of Hamilton Auto Group. So make sure you get there on time so you can be a part of that. Tomorrow night is also Wranglers and Race Cars night. So I believe there will be a lot of really nice looking cars on the concourse. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1 special. You get to see a Wranglers game and you get to see some really cool cars. So nothing better than that. You can't beat it. And then the day after on Saturday, Puck Drop is still 7:15. But after the game, we encourage you to stick around and head over to the Amarillo Ice Ranch because we're going to have a season kickoff party over at the Ice Ranch. It's going to run from 9:30 to midnight, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have live music. We're going to have DJ Eric McMurray over there. We're going to have food trucks. You can meet the players, get some autographs, and if you want to skate, you can skate as well. Skating will be $10. So it's going to be a fun time, and I encourage you to come out.
All right. It's Wrangler Hockey back in town. Tell us where we can get tickets. The easiest way to get tickets, go these.
Yeah, the easiest way to get tickets, you can do it 2 ways. You can go to the Amarillo Wranglers website. It's just AmarilloWranglers.com. You can go to the little tab that says tickets. You can either get season tickets if you're interested in that, or you can just click single game tickets. And that'll take you to panhandletickets.com where you can buy single game tickets. Or if you want to just skip all that and just go straight to Panhandle Tickets, you can go straight to panhandletickets.com. You'll go to the Wranglers tab. Pick any game you like.
Exciting weekend of hockey this weekend. The Amarillo Wranglers are back. South Division, going to be competitive this year. Going to have a great team out there. So get out, see them, support them. The Amarillo Wranglers. Good luck tomorrow night. Puck Drop.
7:15.
7:15. There you go. All right. Well, good luck this season. Wish all the boys well for us.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more information here on the chat. Like I say, Tommy T is going to come in a little later on. We'll talk about billeting kids and some of those special relationships.
Yep.
Back with the chat on Newsday Amarillo, News Channel 10-2.